we laugh, we fight, we save the world together.
I mean, I'm the one that does most of the world saving, though.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and a bit of news around some unrest on the Black Panther 2 set and the future of Black Panther being played by Chadwick Boseman in doubt, and whether or not Black Panther as a franchise will exist as a male lead also apparently in doubt. We're going to jump down this rabbit hole and see if we can find where all these rumors are coming from. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Manscaped.com. Manscaped has been a rock solid partner for The Quartering, and many of you have said that you've bought their stuff using my promo code, saved a bunch of money, and are really satisfied. It's weird to say it, but I'm actually really excited for this because behind the scenes, Manscaped has been telling me that they've been coming out with their new Lawnmower 3.0 for a very long time. And to celebrate its launch, you can save 20% today. Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof body trimmer has a new and improved ergonomic trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology that optimizes easy grooming experience you know and love from the former Lawnmower 2.0. Same replaceable ceramic trimmer blade that's 100% compatible with both the Lawnmower 2.0 and the 3.0. Intelligently designed, rapid charging power dock, diamond textured, no slip grip, new compact anti-tug adjustable trimmer guards, built-in LEDs, and much more. I know it might be a little uncomfortable to talk about, but I'm telling you, taking care of that area pays dividends. I promise you. Support the channel, support the person in your life that's got to spend time down there by using my link in the pinned comment or description below and score your new Lawnmower 3.0 from Manscaped. It started with an article curiously titled, by the way, Diversity Destroying Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman Unhappy. Now, I've noticed a rise of, I don't know this for a fact with this website. I'm not implicating this particular website, but I'm saying I'm noticing the rise in websites that seem to be pushing anti-woke takes from these movie sets that don't necessarily jive. If that's, I guess, what I'm trying to say, like generating fake news based on kind of that movement of people that just don't like maybe some of the direction that Disney's going with a lot of their woke garbage. We saw that a couple weeks ago with this sausage roll website or whatever that was saying, oh, the Captain Marvel writer is a uber feminist and blah, blah, blah. It was just fake news, a website that masqueraded as trying to be news. But of course it wasn't true. We found out a week later that it was verified to be untrue. So you have this article or headline is suspicious. It's written kind of baity. So it goes on to say, diversity looks to be destroying Black Panther in the MCU, with it further claimed actor Chadwick Boseman is not happy with Marvel. It's being claimed down the road that Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige plan on replacing Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther with a female version Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, Miss Wright, I'll say. I believe there is comic book lore around this too, just like there's comic book lore around a Captain Marvel type character, and there's comic book lore around Jane Foster coming up in the Thor Love and Thunder weirdo movie that I don't know what to expect from. So this isn't exactly what I would be calling like forced, but let's see. It's said that the move with the MCU within the MCU is not going to happen for a while, as Chadwick Boseman will be starring in the already announced Black Panther 2. With it, thought Boseman will be featured in Avengers 5, possibly New Avengers. Now, we don't know who's going to be in that movie. I think that it would be pretty devastating for them to lose Black Panther, because right now, here's who you have for Avengers 5. Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, and that's it. not exactly going to be must-see TV for a lot of people. According to the report, Chadwick Boseman is said to be, quote, pretty unhappy with Feige and Marvel's plans for the Black Panther movies that will eventually pass the mantle over to Shuri, as Boseman will be replaced as the lead in the multi-billion-dollar franchise, and one that fans have been demanding for years. So, it's a curious take. If the argument is that Chadwick Boseman is mad about being replaced as Black Panther, that I could understand. I'm not sure if that's what the headline here is implying. If so, okay, it checks out. It's further claimed Boseman is not to the point where he's going to walk away from Black Panther role, but it's said that he feels like he's being sidelined and doesn't want Black Panther taken away from him. They go on to say MCU is all about diversity, destroying Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and more. While the source of the rumor, WGTC, okay. All right, well, the source of the rumor appears to be we got this covered. So a lot is a suspect now. And they go on to say they basically throw darts at the wall and take credit for other sites' scoops. Interestingly enough, a Marvel producer said Black Panther is not about all one character. Producer Nate Moore said back in 2018, May 2018, one thing I like to tell Ryan is Black Panther is a mantle as much as it is a person. So we're not restricted by anything, because the truth is there's a lot of different ways to go back to Wakanda and have a good time and continue to explore the themes that made the film so resonant. Regarding diversity, another Marvel producer confirmed diversity is what Marvel Phase 4 is all about, and diversity is also being blamed for the problems facing Doctor Strange 2, not to mention what happened with Captain Marvel and Brie Larson. By the way, all these movies made $1 billion. I don't think Doctor Strange did. Did it? I'd be surprised if it did. Where we see the original writers and directors are not returning to sequels, though the first movie made over $1 billion at the box office. And we can see they wrote the exact same headline, diversity destroying Doctor Strange 2. Rumor. According to a new rumor, diversity may be destroying Doctor Strange 2, and maybe the reason why director Scott Derrickson recently really left the project. The rumor is, rumor in part offers up the straw that broke the camel's back is Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch. It's claimed that things went really sour between Derrickson and Marvel Studios president and newly appointed chief creative officer Kevin Feige when Feige mandated that Scarlet Witch be the villain of the movie, as Feige sees Olsen as the main villain of the picture and thinks her arc is the most important. It's said that Derrickson wanted to go with more of a horror route with Nightmare, who would be the driving force of the movie that wreaks havoc on Strange's life. It's further that Derrickson had plans to kill off Rachel McAdams' Dr. Christine Palmer in a horror movie Cold Open, and that Derrickson also wanted to kill off Wong and destroy the Cloak of Levitation, but that the higher-ups ruled against it, particularly with Wong as a character isn't going anywhere. Regarding Feige and Scarlet Witch, it said that Feige has huge plans for the character and WandaVision is setting them all up. Well, yeah, we know that's coming. Reportedly, things got so heated that Derrickson yelled at Feige over the phone while hanging up, "Why don't you just call the movie Scarlet Witch then?" It said that cooler heads eventually ended up prevailing, but that Scott Derrickson requested to be let go from the project. It's further said that Marvel is in panic mode as they don't know who will direct Doctor Strange 2, but Feige and Disney might possibly have someone in mind. See, this is an interesting, in terms of rumor mill stuff, I take it all with a grain of salt, okay? But the original writer from Captain Marvel is gone. The original writer from Doctor Strange, is gone. The original writer from Obi-Wan, the Disney Plus series that now is cut down from 6 episodes to 4 because nothing's wrong. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Please disperse.
Please disperse. They're gone. That's 3 major writers in a row all gone. Now, maybe this is part of just how things go, but it certainly doesn't look like a cohesive unit, which all runs under Kathleen Kennedy. And you can see Showbiz Cheat Sheet. Black Panther 2, will Avengers 5 be Chadwick Boseman's last appearance in the MCU? Is Avengers 5 the end of the road for the original Black Panther? Chadwick Boseman made a big splash in the MCU during his first standalone film, Black Panther. By the way, Black Panther was mediocre. In fact, I would probably say I liked Doctor Strange. I liked the first Guardians of the Galaxy. These are like above average films that I would give like an 85 to a 95%. But the majority of what they've pumped out in recent history has been real formulaic, real average, not taking any risks, and most importantly, not having any real stakes. That's what makes a movie boring to me. If you're just gonna, woo, we just went back in time and everything's fine. I know that there are lore reasons and Pym particles exist and things like that, but it just makes you feel stupid for being like shocked by the ending of Endgame, for example, or I'm sorry, Infinity War, right? It makes everything seem temporary when you have to go through the heartbreak of Black Widow sacrificing herself, and then like 3 months later she has a standalone movie. I mean, it's
nah. Am I going to pretend along with them that any of these people are really dead? No, because I'm not a stupid idiot. Because this is the worst red herring in the world, in which presumably all these characters are dead, but we know they're not really dead because they're going to reverse and they're going to bring back all the characters.
I don't know. That's just me. I know there are reasons for it, but that's just me. The article continues. Avengers Endgame seems poised to lead the next generation of superheroes in the MCU. Boseman is slated to return to action for Black Panther 2, and there is some speculation that's his final outing. Now look, if you're Chadwick Boseman, if you're an actor, all right, and you're making millions for Black Panther 1, millions for Black Panther 2, millions for Endgame, millions for Avengers 5, is it reasonable? Is it possible that dude just wants to go do something else? Because here, again, this article, all these articles are spun up underneath the banner of "We got this covered." Fans can expect Boseman to reprise his role as T'Challa in Black Panther 2, which is set to hit theaters in 2022. We do not know if Boseman will enjoy any cameos in other projects, but inside sources claim that his days on the MCU are numbered. According to We Got This Covered, sources close to Marvel say that the studio wants Miss Wright's character, Shuri, to take up Black Panther's mantle in the MCU. If that happens, Boseman would obviously be the odd man out. I hope they do it. Do it. You looking at me? You hear me, Disney? Do it. Do it. See, the thing is, you can have strong female characters, obviously, and you can write them very well, too. Like, the upcoming Black Widow film, to me, will probably be another ho-hum average film. Will I rush out to see it on opening night? Probably not. Opening week? Probably not. Eventually, yeah. Now, it depends what we learn more about the film as the run-up goes. If there's any more controversy around it, maybe that'll change my mind. But I sincerely doubt it makes $1 billion. But, again, who knows? China is such a wild card. People thought China wasn't going to go see Black Panther because of, well, a nation that doesn't exactly care for black people. At least that's the suspicion. The same reason they make John Boyega's character picture smaller and in the background of Star Wars films, but they went out and saw Black Panther. Marvel movies seem to be immune from a lot of this kind of stuff, and it's so formulaic, and they pick the timing of release so well that it's never really competing against anything, and then oftentimes it's really the only thing at the movies. So these movies making $1 billion, not going to be a problem. I'm really excited to see what some of these Phase 4 films do in terms of earning money, because we've got Doctor Strange. That's kind of a B-roll character. I don't have I'm not going to hold that to the same standard that I will like Captain Marvel 2. And what kind of Black Panther 2? Will Black Panther 2 make $1 billion? I don't know. I'm curious how many butts get put back in seats in this new phase where a lot of people, myself included, are just kind of done with Marvel. I'm done with the big end, the big build-up. I got my conclusion in Endgame and moved on. But you see the site like We Got This Covered constantly putting out bait. This is just 3 days ago. Chadwick Boseman might be done with Black Panther soon. Then you go back the very same day, they put out another article. Chadwick Boseman reportedly unhappy about Marvel's plans for a new Black Panther. Now, again, if I found out that I was being replaced, I'd probably be unhappy too. So his reaction isn't necessarily bad, but or his reaction is not something that I can't understand. But if you're willing to replace a character that's relatively new in the MCU anyway, right? We've got 100 Spider-Man films, and we've got Black Panther in one standalone and a couple of cameos. You know, if you're willing to already be peacefully sunsetting Black Panther, the article goes on, the sequel isn't due to 2022, and there will no doubt have pick up the pieces of what happens in the MCU before then. We don't know any plot specifics yet, but if the latest intel from our sources is to be believed, it seems as though Boseman is not best pleased with the planned creative direction of the follow-up. And before we dive into that, bear in mind that these are the same sources that told us National Treasure 3 was developed last year, that Ms. Marvel and She-Hulk shows were in the work for Disney Plus well before they were announced, and so we have no reason to doubt them. Well, okay, they've been right in the past before, allegedly. That doesn't mean you get to just, you know, use them constantly to lend credence to other quotes. We'll have to see. As it's been reported for a while now, the plan for the Black Panther movies is to eventually pass the mantle over to Shuri, which has previously happened in the comic books. And while it makes sense to do so, Boseman is said to be pretty unhappy about it, which is completely understandable, as getting replaced as the lead in a multi-billion-dollar franchise isn't an ideal scenario for any actor. But who knows how Black Panther is going to be after 2 more films. It's interesting to see. The economy pop up on these journal websites of what results to just rumors and speculations. What do you think is going to happen in Phase 4? Do you think people are still going to come out in the numbers that they did before? Or do you think the franchise is doomed to just trying to hold serve as long as they can? I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.